And welcome back to the series. We're going to talk in this video about virtual cloud networking and NSX data center. What this is going to get us into is the VMware virtual cloud network vision, why it's important, what it is, how NSX data center fits, and then we're going to kind of tie into that the basic architecture of the NSX data center platform. Why is this important? Why do we need to think about this greater vision? Well, we need to think about this greater vision because this is how all of the tools that VMware has at its disposal are going to start fitting together, and how you may look at them and look at fitting them together in your infrastructure, not just your data center, but across your entire infrastructure. Right? This is a big vision. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about NSX and what NSX data center itself brings to the table. Now, we're not going to get into all of the other members of the virtual cloud network framework aside from a brief mention. But we are going to at least mention them. We're going to get into the NSX policy engine and the NSX manager engine and the control plane and the data plane, and kind of talk about how those fit together to make this beast we call NSX data center. And then this kind of lays the groundwork for everything we're going to talk about in the rest of the series from here on out. So what is the cloud network framework? Well, this is the vision that VMware has, that we can provide networking and security services ultimately for any workload in any location on any platform and any device, whether it's virtual machines and containers and microservices, or public clouds, or your Internet of Things, or your remote or branch offices, protecting your users, your on-premise, off-premise, wherever it might be. And we've got a whole family of platforms that support this broader vision of things, right? Things being your IoT or your EOT, your enterprise of things, I guess would be more appropriate. Your data center workloads, your virtual desktops, your mobile devices, whatever it might be, right? Whatever it might be, whether it's on premises, right? We can deal with that with NSX. Whether it's in your remote or branch offices, we can deal with those by NSX Robo, remote office, branch office, or a combination of that and our SD-WAN platform, or any number of things. Right? We have a whole stack of stuff that's going to work in the context of this virtual cloud framework, right? This virtual cloud network framework. So we drive this cloud network vision through this fantastic family of products and platforms that we're showing off in this slide. Everything from automation and operations with vRealize Automation and vRealize Network Insight. We've got tooling in the data center with NSX Data Center for security, networking, right? All the services. We have NSX Cloud to provide those workloads in Azure or AWS, your public cloud workloads, networking and security with the same policies that you have in your data center on premises, the same capabilities. We have NSX Intelligence to provide an analytics engine, native and deeply integrated into NSX, right? NSX Intelligence is an evolving and emerging platform that provides a lot of really cool insight into NSX specifically, NSX specifically. We've got the distributed IDS that's going to give you an intrusion detection system distributed across your infrastructure with NSX, right? Which is really cool. We have, we've got service mesh for containers, where you've got a microservice service mesh infrastructure that you've got to deploy. We've got our SD-WAN platform for remote connectivity, for simplification and policy application to your wide area network. And these are just a fantastic stack of products. Now, here in this class, we are specifically focusing in on NSXT data center, right? That's where we're going with this. That's what we're looking at. And that's where we're going to focus. Now, NSXT data center has a number of key use cases that we're going to kind of focus around, that kind of put us in an orbit as far as what we're going to discuss, right? We've got a big security use case with microsegmentation, or our distributed firewall, and those kinds of things. We've got multi-cloud networking, right? We don't talk a lot about multi-cloud networking in this particular class, because that really starts getting us into NSX Cloud, and that's a topic for another day. We can get into automation, right? Automation, everything in NSXT is completely API driven. Everything we're going to do has an API call associated with it, and that leads us to really, really powerful automation tooling that we can use outside of NSX to drive our entire data center, to drive networking and security in our entire data center. And then cloud native applications, right? Microservices, containers, these are first-class citizens in the context of NSXT. Right? These are absolutely first-class citizens. So I can apply security policy, for example, to a container, to only one container, just like I would apply it to, say, a given virtual machine. So in the context of cloud-native applications, NSXT is a very, very powerful ally to provide the same kinds of networking and security policy to those workloads as you are used to maybe providing to your vSphere workloads. So here, this slide and the next slide, these are simply bullet points of features, right? This is what we like to refer to as an eye chart, right? Something with a lot of text that you can pause the video and read if you really want to see what kinds of things that we might talk about, and we'll get into well, really, we'll touch on pretty much all of this throughout the remainder of these videos. So here's the first eye chart. You can pause the video now if you want to take a closer look at what's going on. And here's the second page of this, right? A little bit better. There's not quite so much on here, but still definitely quite a bit. Again, you can pause the video here and look at the automation, operations, and troubleshooting features that we've got called specifically out. So, what's our key takeaway from this video? That NSXT Data Center is only one part of the virtual cloud network framework. If you really, if you saw that and you said, hey, I really, really, really like this idea of the same networking, the same security everywhere I am, everywhere my workloads are, everywhere my devices are, everywhere my virtual desktops are, across all of my branches, across all of my offices, then we need to take a look at more than just NSXT Data Center, right? This is only one piece of the puzzle. Come back and join us for the next videos, and we'll show you how this is that one piece of the puzzle and how big of a piece of the puzzle NSXT Data Center really is. We'll see you in the next video.